Nick, was Cooper Kupp the right choice for MVP in your opinion?
Absolutely not. And it's nothing against Cooper Kupp, who was sensational all year and sensational in this game and sensational in the biggest spots on offense. But the reason the Rams won this game was their defense. The reason the Rams were in this game and the reason the Rams have been to 2 of the last 4 Super Bowls is because they employ one of the greatest defensive players ever. And in every single spot where they had to get a stop, Aaron Donald either got it himself or created it for his teammates. Aaron Donald, who might walk away from the game, reportedly, after this game, should have been the Super Bowl MVP. When was the game changing, Brew? After the 75-yard face mask-induced touchdown, and then Stafford throws a pick to what should have been Odell, but he's out injured, so you got to throw to Skoranek. It's a pick. Oh, my God. The Bengals can go up 2 scores. No, they can't, because Aaron Donald got a sack earlier on the drive, and then this sack right there, we're going to keep it a 1-score game. Then, the next few drives, before we even show the next play, next few drives, go 3 and out, 3 and out. Aaron Donald's a huge part of it. And then 3rd and 1. They only need 8 yards to get in Evan McPherson's field goal range. Aaron Donald one-arm tackles a guy. I don't know why it's not Joe Mixon, Zach Taylor. Maybe think about that when you're, not in a Super Bowl for the next 30 years. But whatever, Samaje Perine, Aaron Donald pulls him down. And then, game on the line. What does Aaron Donald do? Immediately beats the left guard, and boom. I think that's Quentin Spain, who once again put ridiculous nonsense on social media after the game, like he didn't get his ass kicked for 3.5 hours last night. Aaron Donald is the best defensive player in football, one of the best defensive players ever, was the best player in that game, and the reason they won that game was their defense. He should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Look, I'm not going to knock Aaron Donald one bit. That would be asinine. Because as you said it, Nick, he was terrific. You showed the big plays. They had pressure on them the entire second half on Joe Burrow, and Donald was the key to that. So he was great. And at the end of the game, my dad and I are watching the game, and we're talking about who's going to win the MVP. 2 players came to my mind, Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp. Now, I also thought Matthew Stafford, just because he's a quarterback, through the game-winning touchdown, I was like, are they going to give it to him? I didn't think he deserved it, but I thought that was a possibility. But I think they got it right. As great as Donald was, Cooper Kupp was the best offensive player in the game, and certainly the best for the Rams all night long. On a night that they couldn't get their running game going whatsoever, he comes up with the biggest run of the game, 4th and 1, game-winning drive, and he goes for 7 yards on the reverse. And look, if on that play, we're not seeing it with these highlights, but on the play, here it is right here. If he cuts up too early, Von Bell, number 24, tackles him.
They're dead.
If he strings it along outside, then he gets tackled. He's not a running back, and yet he made the perfect move to get that first down, cutting up at just the right time. So that was huge. Then he had 4 catches on the last drive, the 15-play, 79-yard drive. 2 of the last 3, he was surrounded by 2 defenders. And yet he still made it happen. And then, of course, he caught the game-winning touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And his yards after catch, there's 8 yards after the catch. His yards after catch was huge. Not just that play, but their first scoring drive where OBJ caught the touchdown. Kupp had a play where he ran 20 yards after the catch, made 2 Bengals miss. So Cooper Kupp was terrific. I think and that last drive, let me say this. Everyone in the building, everyone watching on television knew where Matthew Stafford was going. They had no run game. OBJ is out. Their best 2 tight ends are out. They had to throw it to Cooper Kupp, and somehow he's getting open and making these plays. So, Kupp, this just capped off one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen from a wide receiver. The triple crown that Jerry Rice had done in his career,
Yeah.
But Cooper Kupp does it all in one season. I mean, the guy was phenomenal, and I think he deserved to cap this season off with the MVP, Wilds.
I'm still going Aaron Donald, and there's a reason I don't get a vote. Is it because I fold silly analogies into my takes? Perhaps. It's also because, Nick, I wouldn't necessarily follow the rules. They'd be like, Wilds, you want to vote? Just vote on this game. I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to count the 49ers game. They're like, no, do not do that. But I would. And that's why I would give it to Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
And not only did he play well this game, this entire playoff run, this entire playoff run was not necessarily about his legacy. It was also about him destroying other people's legacies. There's a way we talk about Jordan and a way we talk about LeBron. LeBron, great. We just stack up his accolades. Look at this. This was good, and this was good, and this was good, and this is a lot of points. The way we talk about Jordan is nobody is allowed to eat. Nobody's allowed to eat on Jordan's watch. Barkley, no. Ewing, no. Karl Malone, no.
Yep.
That was Aaron Donald all this year. Kyler, no. Tom Brady retired. Jimmy G, we know you win, but not this time. Joe Burrow, you're on the verge of being Super Bowl MVP, national champion, Heisman Trophy. That legacy's gone. And it's all because of Aaron Donald and that Rams defense. I think that's a great take. I did fold a LeBron shot in there, but I want you to focus on this game.
No, it's fine.
You don't have to report that.
I will. And I want to talk about Aaron Donald, but to continue the analogy,
the main thing.
And it's a really good point because Wilds is right. You know, like Steph and KD and all those guys have won rings while LeBron's playing. And while Jordan was playing, the only guys who won rings were Isaiah, Magic, Bird, McHale, Kareem, Akeem, Drexler, Duncan. All those, that's it. Shaq. Those are the only guys who won. It's just, all the greats. In other words, Jordan denied rings to Ewing and Barkley and Malone. That's it. That's fine. On this note. On this, well, listen, buddy, you throw something at me, I got to knock it down. On this note, the argument Brew made is, and by the way, I am not here to slander Cooper Kupp. He was sensational, and I thought the best play of the game he made didn't even count. What could have been the game-winning touchdown catch when he gets annihilated in the corner of the end zone, but the referees decided for 58 minutes we're not calling anything, and now we've got to get our airtime, so we're going to call everything at the very end. There's no penalties when Jalen Ramsey gets pulled to the ground by a face mask. Somehow this play had 2 penalties on it, but neither here nor there, so it didn't count. But the argument people are making is they knew Cooper Kupp is where they were going to go, and they still couldn't stop him. He was double-teamed, and they still couldn't stop him. Yeah, welcome to Aaron Donald, every play of every game his whole career. They know they got to stop Aaron Donald. They know they're double-teaming him, and he still dominates the game. After that 75-yard touchdown, the next 4 Bengals drives totaled 11 yards. Aaron Donald kept the Rams in the game, and the plays where he didn't get the sack, and Von Miller looped around on 2 plays to get a sack. Why was he able to do that? Because the center is turning and immediately paying attention to Aaron Donald. Now, Von Miller's sensational, and unlike Julian Edelman, an actual Hall of Famer with a legitimate Super Bowl MVP, not a fraudulent one and a fraudulent Hall of Famer. So nothing against Von Miller. But Aaron Donald was, to me, not only the story of the game, but the story of this Rams team. They have all these guys they brought in, all these stars, all this, Sean McVay's young and cool, and they're bringing in Odell, and they're trading for Stafford. The guy they drafted, who could have played in any era, who from the moment he walked in the league has just been stealing souls, I think it would have been nice if he would have won Super Bowl MVP last.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.